Hello, class. Welcome to week 4 in Business Math and Calculators Online. I think it's about time that I show my face. I am Mrs. McCune, your instructor, and I'm glad to, again, create this video and kind of go over a few things some of the things you know and some of the things I want to clarify. So again, welcome to week 4. I'm going to start out right now on the announcement page, and I don't know if you read all of my announcements, but this first announcement I did want to clarify. I'm just going to keep this up here for the whole semester, but it's basically inviting you to contact me if you ever have any concerns with our course or how to do mathematical processes. If you ever have any problems, I can be your tutor. It can be face-to-face, it can be real-time, and we do that through a Zoom meeting. So if you ever need some individual help as the weeks go on and the material might become new to you, just let me know, give me a call or email me, and we will arrange for a time where you and I can get together and have a virtual tutoring session. The Zoom link to our virtual meetings, once we set one up, is going to be this URL. So again, that's your invitation to always know that you have somebody there, me, to help you with all your mathematical problems, okay? The next thing I wanted to talk about is this is week 4, and I have my week 4 announcements up, and I do this every week, as you probably know. I just do the quick rundown so you know what to expect in the weekly folders. So I'm going to get to week 4 in just a minute, but I really want to talk about week 3 for a minute. All right, so I'm going to go to the assignment link and discuss a few things that came up in week 3. So again, week 4 is about banking. Week 3 was decimals. And in every weekly posting that I do, I provide a number of companion materials. And I hope you take a look at that. Maybe these first few chapters were not difficult at all for you, so you didn't pay attention to them. But as the weeks go on and we learn new information, new application type math, some of these resources might be very helpful. The one that I always talk about is, as students look at this, is the end of chapter solutions. This one right here, this third bullet here, will be there for every single chapter, and it's a step-by-step tutorial of how to solve mathematical problems. So I encourage students not to start with Connect. Start with your chapter, look at the tutorial, do some of the end of the chapter problems using this step-by-step tutorial, and then go to the Connect problems. Most students that do that learn it faster and spend less time trying to figure things out. So just wanted to share that with you. Again, just like all chapters, I provide a few videos, so hopefully these might be helpful, especially in the weeks to come. So I'll continue to post those. Again, for each chapter, you're familiar with what you need to do in Learn Smart. You have, in Connect. You typically have a chapter Learn Smart. If you go through the entire Learn Smart, you're guaranteed 100%. And these are not long, as you probably know. Then you have the chapter problems, and typically we have about 40 problems for each chapter. When you're in Connect, I hope you notice that you can check your work as you go. So do the mathematical processes, get an answer, key it in, look for the green check. If it's not a green check and your answer is wrong, obviously you know, you'll get the red X, and you need to continue to master that problem. So again, Connect is wonderful. The other thing about Connect that you probably noticed is if you submit your weekly Connect homework problems with a minimum score of 70%, you get a 100% homework grade for that. I'm very generous with that, and I'm happy to report that most of you strive for 100%, and that's what I like to see. I like to see students setting the bar instead of me. So I set it at 70, and y'all are doing great. So the better your homework score is, the better your test score will be. So you guys have figured that out, and I'm seeing great scores come across in Connect. So continue that. All right, then in week 3, you had your first calculator assignment. So this is where I've received several emails and calls. So to those of you that have done that, emailed me, thank you. I always enjoy knowing if you have some questions. So in week 3, which closed again just last Wednesday, I wanted to make sure you did lesson 2 and lesson 3 in your calculator guide. And these are pages 16 through 20. All right. So that calculator guide, hope you all found it. It is linked right here. When you click on that link and you wait for it, I have the pages indicated by PDFs, and that page 16 through 20 is the second PDF. All right. So once again, in week 3, you were to do that. Review the pages 16 through 20. And then I asked you to actually send me some calculator tapes. Yes, I want actual calculator tapes. But I don't need calculator tapes for 16 through 20. Always look right here. This week, send me calculator tapes for only page 17 and 19 by snail mail, which is U.S. Postal Service. All right, so what does page 17 and 19 look like? I'll just pull this up. That's not it. This one here. All right, so in your electronic PDF file, pull one of those up. I'll let it load. I'm a little fast here. Scroll to the bottom, and again, I'm looking at the bottom of the page for 17 and 19. So when I get to page 17, this is what you're going to send me. Where are we at? There we go. All right, so page 17 looks like this. You're going to key all of this page accurately on your calculator tape. Okay, this is 17. And then you're also going to send me the calculator tape, look at the bottom of the page, for page 19. All right, so those 2 tapes. So for week 3, I'm going to ask you to send me 2 tapes, one for 17 and one for 19. Now, read the fine print. Your calculator tapes have to be 100% accurate. And they're 100% accurate because I give you here and over under the course menu the electronic calculator guide answer key. So I've already opened that up. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Open that up. And this is what your calculator guide looks like. It's the answer key, rather. Scroll down until you get to page 17. Where are we at? Here we go, page 17. There's your answers to all of those. So as you're keying, check your work and make sure they're correct. And then when you do page 19, which deals with subtotals and your total function, again, check your work. You have 2 check figures for page 19. You have a subtotal check figure and you have a total check figure. When you send me calculator tapes, since you're using the subtotal function, on your tape, I should see a subtotal diamond, and also I should see a total asterisk on your tape. So you'll have 2 check figures for that. All right. I want to go back to, again, what you need to do. So there's the answer key. There's your check figures. So when you send me tapes, here's what I'm asking you to do. Again, make sure they're correct. Use the answer key. Put your name at the top of the tape, and then label each tape as to what page that is in the electronic calculator guide. So at the top, you might put page 17. Again, when you send me the tapes, make sure you number each of the problems on the tape. So again, this student has done that. They've numbered the problems. And you probably can't see this very well. They have highlighted each one of the answers in pink. You can circle it or highlight it in whatever color. Make sure I can read it. So again, when I get it, there's no question as to what page it is and what the answers are. If you make a mistake halfway through, like this student did you see the oops? She wrote me oops. Just cross it out. You know, you got the electronic calculator answer key. You know it's wrong. So cross it out and key it over and make sure your numbering is correct. So that's what I'm looking for. Again, on page 19, when I look at your tape, again, since we're doing the subtotal on that page, you need to make sure you do the subtotal. And I just want to share with you, this is page 19. Here's problem 1. You add these 4 numbers, then you hit the subtotal function. You have that on your answer key. and then you key 4 more numbers, and then you hit the total key. So this is all problem 1, and then you move to problem 2 and 3. So that's where you're going to find those 2 check figures on your answer key. All right? So once again, label them, highlight your answer on each tape, make them easy to read, and send them to me, and there's my address. Those of you that are close to me geographically or on campus perhaps, maybe you're in the dorms, you can just drop those by my office. That would be great. All right, so that was week 3. If you read week 4 already, because we are in week 4 now, go to your assignment link. We're into banking. You have similar assignments for week 4, couple of connect assignments. Again, I'm giving you some companion materials. And then for week 4, you have another calculator assignment. The lessons that you need to review in your calculator guide PDFs that are hyperlinked are lessons 4 and 5, and this goes from page 20 through 27. However, I only need calculator tapes for page 21, 25, and 27. So for week 4, send me 3 tapes. Again, number them at the top. Highlight your answers. Cross out anything that's wrong and retype it and make sure they're 100% accurate. You have the answer key. So keying is really as much about being proficient with your keystrokes as it is with proofreading your work. So don't send me tapes that are wrong. All right, so just want to touch base with you with some new things. What else do I have? Oh, I know. Another thing that I just want to warn you about, in week 4, which obviously will be posted next week, I'm going to be posting your first major exam, and that'll be over chapters 1 through 4. To take these exams, they are going to be proctored at your designated proctor site. So, those of you that sent me your completed proctor site form, when I make out your first exam 1, I'm sending that exam to that proctor site, and they will monitor your work on that exam. If you have not sent me a proctor form, I'm sorry, I don't know where to send your proctor instructions. So unless I hear from you, I can't give you access to the exam. There's a few of you that still have not sent me that completed proctor form. So please do that before the end of this week. For anybody that's still looking for that information about where to find that proctor form, it's under the course information link. It was presented in week 1, actually. Scroll down. It's there, still there. Again, that math pretest is still there. The course contract that you sent me is there, and here's the proctor site form in a PDF and a Word document. So complete that and get it to me. You can scan it to me. Just make sure by the end of this week I have your proctor site form from all of you. All right, so I think that's just about it. I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, send me an email. Any concerns that you have, again, send me an email. Just know you're not out there alone. And if you like this, I will continue to do more little chat videos with you. Once again, I just want to remind you, I'm going to leave this announcement always up. If you need some tutorial, face-to-face tutorials on working problems in the future, just know all you need to do is call me, and we'll set up a time, and we will talk real time and go over any problems you might have. All right? Well, I think that's all I wanted to share with you. Hope you have a wonderful week. Any questions, come see me or call me. I am always here to help. Have a wonderful week.